The following scholars who contributed a lot in the multicultural education are George Washington Williams Carter G. Woodson, E.B. Du Bois.
You chose Charles H. Wesley, and it is correct. This model is used for screening, and the data source helps facilitate identifying students who need special education service.
Excellent choice. Roti is the right answer. A system of instruction that attempts to foster cultural pluralism and acknowledges the differences between races and culture. Correct. Multicultural education is the right answer. Consultant meets with other professional to jointly identify problem and select options to address the problem is dash. Excellent. Consultation is a brilliant choice. This dimensions of multicultural education seeks to help students develop positive and democratic racial attitudes. A. You got it. Your choice prejudice reduction is right. What do you think is a socially determined category that is related to physical characteristics in a complex way? Or good thinking. Race is the right answer. The basic fact of the emergence of culture for the first time is contained in the following principles. Well done. Culture is the right choice. It is an idea, an approach to school reform, and a movement for equity, social justice, and democracy. Nice selection. Multicultural education is the correct and valid answer. An approach to education that includes perspectives from and content about diverse groups is dash. Good job. Your answer, multicultural education, works well here. It is the dimension that seeks to help students develop positive and democratic racial attitudes.
You're right. Prejudice reduction is the correct answer.
An advantage of me is that it helps students to develop positive dash. Choose the best answer. On track, self-image is the correct answer, which is a program that helps young, undocumented immigrants in America from being deported.
Valid point. Take is true.
What section of public law prohibits exclusion based solely on an individual's disability? Smart pick. 5-4 is the correct choice. Dash is a set of beliefs and practices of a racial, regional, religious, or social group. Well picked. Culture is the correct answer.
Multicultural education has deep historical roots in the dash, ethnic studies movement.
Strong choice. African American is the right answer. Which of the following can help learners to develop more democratic racial attitudes?
Nice work. You chose all the above, and it is correct. The human rights fighter who was shot while giving a speech in America was named Dash.
Great job. Dr. Luther King is the accurate answer.
What is one of the most emphasized positive effects on academic achievement for me?
Exactly. Cooperative learning makes sense and it is right choice. A significant discrepancy between two or more cultural frames of reference is dash. Smart move. Cultural dissonance is an accurate answer. Favoritism that occurs at multiple levels within a society or institution is dash. Solid response. Systemic bias is a valid choice. Two or more interdependent individuals working to achieve a mutual goal is dash. Right again. Teaming is a valid answer. African Americans. represent what unique form of citizen in the United States?
Nicely done. Property transformed into citizens is a solid answer. Multicultural education emerged during the civil rights movement of the Dash.
Great thinking. 1960s and 1970s is the right choice.
How many people in the United States have at least one type of disability? Well reasoned. 57 million is the correct choice.
Teachers are challenged to deconstruct their own ideas in which approach.
Clear logic. Your choice transformation is sound and 100% true. The following are the characteristics of multicultural education, except
Sharp thinking.
racist education is the right choice. CRIT recognizes that what is a powerful determiner of academic advantage. Correct response. Property is the most accurate answer. Which of the following is not a dimension of multicultural education? Perfect. Equality pedagogy is the correct choice. The following consists of the three gods in Hinduism trinity except. Right choice. Ramayana is the best answer. Critical race theory is an outgrowth of which theory? Bravo. Critical legal studies is the answer. How many dimensions are there in cultural identity? Well reasoned. 2 is the correct choice. Liberation of the human person in Hinduism means. Excellent. Realization of self is a brilliant choice. Which is not a characteristic of collaboration? Bravo. Collaboration requires inequity is the answer. Who is the founder of multicultural education? Well picked. James A. Banks is the correct answer. Dash is the realization of divinity of man. You're right. Religion is the correct answer. Hinduism philosophy is of which nature? Well done. Subjective is the right choice. What is today's topic? Clear logic. Your choice multicultural education is sound and 100% true. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? You chose contact Narayan Chengder, and it is correct.